Sorry guys for that disturbance. Quietly was exactly very quietly. Sorry for that disturbance as well. As I was saying, Werewolf Girl was exactly as I was saying, Werewolf Girl was exactly as I was saying, Werewolf Girl was exactly beginning to join forces with the Universal Monster Heroes, which they were able to exactly arrive on time. But despite that, they were quietly facing interference. They were quietly facing interference and being ambushed by another sinister forces of evil, by another sinister forces of supervillains who are quietly highly equipped with destructive technology, with destructive Shadow Empire technology, which they will quietly hide in order to remove the enemy and purposely take them down by any and all means necessary, which the heroes quietly triumphed at that time, and they quietly triumphed over the battle and successfully able to take down the enemy and neutralizing the enemy quietly completely, able to capture several key enemies and key supervillains and sending them straightly to the Astro prison. So I was able to report back to the Universal heroes on the 3rd of March, telling them that the Astro prison is being compromised and is being compromised by another powerful supervillain who's quietly placed it under his influence and under his sole control, which means, by other words, the rest of the Astro prison is already fallen under the control of the enemy, meaning that they have to exactly fight the long battle against their greatest enemy. Universal men quietly agreed with this, saying World Girl's opinion and concerns, meaning that the enemy that they're quietly fighting is much more powerful and much more gratefully invincible than anything else ever before. Meaning, in other words, he will exactly pose a greater sinister threat than ever before throughout the sacred world and throughout the rest of the sacred existence in the process. Meaning that he has to be successfully to be taken down by any and all means necessary completely. World quietly agreed with the Universal Man at that time. During at the time on the 15th of March, Warf Grohl and the rest of the wolves exactly decided to meet on a video meeting conference to discuss the stakes and everything else of the war. Where Warf Grohl exactly told her people that it's time for them to also make a difference and also to make a great impactable difference to changing the war's outcome and the war's future fate outcome by any and all means necessary in order to making a difference, in order to stopping the most dangerous and most powerful enemies from seizing control of the sacred world and of the rest of sacred existence. All the worlds quietly agree and they ask who will exactly be able to lead them. Where of course exactly she will exactly lead them and she'll exactly guide them through example by any and all means necessary, and that the universal heroes will be working alongside them in order to take out their greatest and most powerful enemy, and by taking out the most greatest and powerful enemy and then bringing them down by any and all means necessary. And the worlds quietly agree, meaning that it's time to change the course of this war and also bringing peace and prosperity to the sacred world and to the sacred universe by any and all means necessary. Despite this, guys, Worf Gold is quietly skilled in hand-to-hand combat, swordsmanship, super strength, super speed, super hearing, shape-shifting, transformation into a full werewolf. She has shape-shifting powers and abilities. She's very great. She's full of compassion. She loves humanity and she'll do whatever it takes to protecting mankind and safeguarding humanity in the process and the sacred world. He's a high-ranking member, a founding member of the Universal Heroes, and she'll do whatever it takes to protecting and safeguarding the sacred world and humanity in the process. She's very loyal, very compassionate. She's a kind heart for people, and she cares so much about the sacred world and the rest of the known universe and all the inhabitants in the known universe. And she's willing to do whatever it takes to make a difference to her people, to show them that there's a different way to exactly restore peace and harmony. Despite this, Werewolf Girl is very skilled in hand-to-hand combat, swordsmanship, marksmanship and endurance and agility. She's very kind, loyal, very fierce in protecting those, very fierce in protecting those she loves, and she's willing to go in so extreme measures to making sure that the planet Earth and humanity are safe and protected. And she's willing to see the best in people, even in the best, even the best of her kind, known as the Werewolf Clan, and she's willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that her people are safe. She's a high-ranking member of the Universal Heroes, and the Universal Heroes maintain their usual bases of operations, such as a central headquarters as well, in order for them to exactly operate from, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to protecting humanity and the sacred world from the forces of evil and from sinister threats that are willing to threaten humanity and the sacred peace that the heroes and the Intergalactic Coalition are fighting for, and in crippling the Shadow Empire and in taking it down by any and all means necessary. Werewolf Girl quietly believes in the Universal Heroes mission, and she's willing to do whatever it takes to help save mankind and making a difference for her people, known as the Werewolf Clan. She comes from a long line of powerful werewolves who have lived throughout the sacred world for many centuries, who are from who are from a planet, who are from a planet, who are from a beautiful world where supernatural world lives, where supernatural worlds live in harmony together, where they can able to shapeshift and exactly live together in harmony. And she believes that the worlds and the other supernaturals and the other aliens and the other superhumans can coexist together, and she's willing to make that dream become a reality, no matter what. Well, guys, I'm very, very sorry for that disturbance exactly that we received. It was an unknown call which came out of nowhere. So sorry for that disturbance. Completely sorry for that disturbance. Anyway, guys, I all hope you enjoyed this episode and this video. Have a wonderful, blessed day and an evening and an afternoon. I will exactly see you tomorrow. Bye. God bless you all.